I'm losing my family, and I feel like it's my fault. I'm a 35 male, and I've been married to my 33 female wife for 11 years. We met in college, and she fell pregnant with our first child, my daughter, when I was 23 and she was 21. We got married and moved to her hometown, where I got a not-so-well-paying job with the hopes of moving up. We wanted the best for our daughter, and we wanted a happy home. Maybe it wasn't the wisest decision, financially at least, but we had 2 more kids, 2 boys. I wanted my kids to have lifelong friends, and to me, 3 seemed like the perfect amount. It was a party. We had a good relationship, all of us. For the most part, all families bicker, and kids can be little shits, but I can also be a real asshole. I know it. My temper is probably the thing I hate the most about myself. I never hit my wife or kids. Hell, I didn't really yell at my wife, but I did yell at the kids. I'd pinch them sometimes. I'm not proud of it at all, but I'd lose my temper. I also gave my wife so much attitude all the time. She'd get on to me for this or that, and I'd throw it right back in her face. I always apologize, but it got to the point where it felt like I was apologizing for my behavior every other day. Who am I kidding? It has always been that way. I try to be a good husband and father. My family's happiness has always been the most important thing for me. My love language is acts of service, so I always try to be super dad when I get home from work. I play with the kids and cook dinner, give my wife massages, and tell everyone stories. Even when I was taking online courses to get my master's to try and earn some more money, my wife was a SAHM until our youngest went off to school. Then our financial situation became such that she kind of needed to get a job. The kids were getting older, and I still wasn't making a ton. I don't think she liked it much. I always said that she worked way harder than I did raising those kids by herself every day. So I always tried to take over once I got off work. That, and I loved spending time with my kids. But once she had to work too, I don't know. I think it kind of shocked her system after not working for almost a decade. I don't blame her for that. I wish I could have given her enough to where she didn't need to work, but I don't know. I'm not very entrepreneurial, nor do I have any particularly lucrative skills. A big regret of mine. Anyway, time to introduce my daughter's friend's dad. Talk about the ultimate guy. Very nice dude, of course. Handsome. Fitter than me. He has 2 kids, a girl my daughter's age, and a son right between my 2. Also a 6-figure salary. His wife passed a while back, and he's got the strong single dad thing going on. I feel for the guy. I do. I know that must have been hard. My wife feels for him too. A bit too much. I don't really blame my wife for falling for him. My kids always want to be over at his place. She always wants to help him out. I don't know. What can I do? She's an adult. My kids love it over there. He could probably give them a better life. I did try to amp up the romance once. I felt her pulling away, but it really feels like an uphill battle. Plus, there's still my temper. I tried to quell it, but I think it has worn her down over the years. She almost seems excited to jump ship. It feels like she's starting fights. I can tell it upsets the kids. I've tried to swallow my pride, to do whatever I need to keep them around. But feeling her pull away, it hurts. Yeah, no. I almost feel like if she doesn't want me, then I don't want to hold her hostage. I've kept on doing my best, but she's drifted on over to him. Nothing is set in stone yet. No divorce proceedings, but I feel it coming. I know the kids will be hurt. They love me, and I love them, but they will have their friends and a new family. I'll still be there for them. I don't know. I feel a certain satisfaction of bearing a lonely burden, so that my family can be happy. If this is what's better, then I won't fight it too hard. Maybe he'll yell less, and hopefully he can get them through college. With my help from child support, hopefully it'll be enough. They aren't his real kids, but he's a nice guy. 2 supportive dads is better than 1, right? Maybe he doesn't feel the way for my wife that I can tell she feels about him, but then again, maybe he does. She is beautiful, and a really good mom. A super sweet person in general. Don't judge her too harshly for this. She's done a lot for our family. Our kids are so kind and smart and loving because of her. Lord knows they don't get that from me. I think they may be happier away from me. And I mean, I'll still be here for whatever they need. But I don't really know what to do. Maybe it's not too late. But I don't know. I've been fighting it for a few weeks. I guess months now. I feel pretty spent. It isn't like I can scoop everyone up and take them to Disneyland or anything. Maybe he can though. I want them to be happy. From the minute I saw that first positive pregnancy test, I knew it wasn't about me anymore. So if this is what's best, I won't stand in the way. I'm worried that it's gonna get lonely though. I've always enjoyed my solitude, but man, I start to miss my kids like a few hours after getting to work. I can tell shit's about to get hard. Maybe I'm overthinking things. I'm going to try a few Hail Marys to save things. I've tried to bring some romance back, but I've never been super good at that. Plus, jewelry and fancy dates, it gets expensive. I've cooked some romantic dinners, but I cook dinner almost every night. They didn't feel that special. I guess I just wanted to get it all out. I kind of feel like I had this coming. I'm not a perfect guy. I've got some big flaws. Plus, I'm overweight, and not like the sexiest guy around. But really it's the temper and the petulance that I've got working against me. I've had those issues my whole life. I know that, and I've tried to overcome them. I always apologize when I snap or yell. but I dunno. I still feel like they'll be better off without me. I'm not gonna kill myself or anything. I still want to at least be there for my kids, but I'm gonna have to weather this storm, for their sake. I think it'll be better for them this way, and that's what really matters, I guess. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.